Help us, Christine. We need your help. That's Dr. Christine. Is that Dr. Christine Lahti? Oh my God. Christine Lahti in space. She's in space now. Starring Christine Lahti as Dr. Christine Lahti and Alyssa Milano as Space Nurse. Christine Lahti, will you report to the nurse's station? In space. She has lots of friends and lots of patients, and her boss is also played by Alyssa Milano. So many special guest stars. Daphne Zuniga plays a pencil. Christine Lahti in space.
Christine Lahti in Space. Season 1, Episode 17, Making Gloves Out of Nothing at All. New year, new budget. The boss, Alyssa Milano, forces Dr. Christine Lahti to choose between restocking the glove dispenser or the hospital's fresh air supply. As 73% of the hospital's occupants need oxygen to survive, Dr. Lahti opts to go gloveless until she discovers she's rostered on to clean the space hospital dishwasher. Can she find something to protect her hands when there's nothing left in the budget? Elsewhere, special guest star Heather Locklear struggles to give pencil Daphne Zuniga a bouncy blowout as they both avoid talking about their drunken New Year's kiss.
What? Were they at a Pink concert together?
I mean, you tell me now. Where do we go with this synopsis?
I can't even understand what happened in any of that. My brain is empty.
This is where you
So
just ask
obviously,
questions. Yeah.
we are in the aftermath of New Year's.
Yes.
It's happened. New year, new budget. So there was a New Year's party. Is this one of those episodes where we start at the end and end at the beginning?
That'd be fun.
So we start like with finding out all the aftermath of all this. We've
and then
got
we get
them going.
flashbacks.
We've got, there's something uncomfortable between Heather Locklear as the space, what is she? Space
Discount
affordable hairdresser, discount hairdresser. And Daphne Zuniga, who is Daphne Zuniga still the pencil, or is she like
still the pencil?
Space Phil? What was his name? the favorite.
Martian Pete. So to refresh, Martian Pete transmogrified. But it's all still, Daphne Zuniga. With her memories, it looks like her. But then because the boss felt she owed Christine Lahti, she made sure that, because he was going to be transmogrified and his essence was going to be the broken pencil, but she put the thing under the surgery dome.
Oh, that's right.
And so it's all good. It all turned out. He's permanently a pencil played by Martin Mull now, but he is right. Okay. But yes, Daphne's still a pencil. And what I like about this actually is because of all the Princess Pencil stuff we had going on.
Yes.
And that's why, because Heather was hypnotized and all of that by Diane Keaton. We knew that there was tension and we thought, that might have lifted now. So then we're opening this episode and there's tension.
There's tension. It's like, I thought the tension was lifted and now there's tension again. Yeah. And we find out at the end of the episode, it's because they kiss at New Year's. Yeah. And that's like our cliffhanger for like, that's where the tension came from. And so we don't find out till next week whether the tension gets resolved or not.
I definitely include it.
You don't, do you?
We could, it could work in.
Look, it's fine.
It could work in.
They can just be tense forever.
Yeah.
Like they may never resolve this tension. They can be untense and tense and retensed.
Yep.
Or it's just, a kiss that's never mentioned again. So that's the last thing that happened there. What was the bit before? Was that the gloves?
Yeah, so because of the budget.
Because of the budget cuts.
Christine Lahti has to choose between either the glove dispenser being refilled or the fresh air supply for the hospital. And she's thinking, well, I don't have any surgeries planned this week. I don't really need the gloves, you know. Until she finds out she's rostered on to clean the hospital dishwasher. Yeah. And that's a dirty job. So what's she going to do without her gloves?
And she's a surgeon. She's a space surgeon that does space surgery. Yeah. And you can't do space surgery, glove or not, with dishwasher chapped fingers.
No.
From doing the dishes.
So I suppose what's left open-ended is, I mean, she has to make gloves out of nothing at all. What does she do? She has
to make gloves out of nothing at all. And I think what the thing is she spends like most of the episode trying to find materials that she can use as gloves. Yeah. Even considers untransmogrifying Martin Mull back into Martian Pete.
Which I think was established that could not happen last week, but this week it probably can. It's a new year.
Yeah, it's a new year. It can't happen and it may kill him, but she's like, well, you could at least, because you're a shapeshifter, be some gloves for a while.
True, yeah.
And he's like, no, I won't be able to shapeshift because I've been permanently transmogrified into Martin Mull, the pencil. That's a pencil. A broken pencil. Barely.
Well, no, the other one's broken.
Oh, okay.
So the broken pencil's just a pencil now.
Right, it's just a pencil.
Maybe secretly the boss is like trying to put it back together, but because there was a surplus because the syrupy tub roast came with a free pencil. That's how that worked. I'm remembering as we say
the syrupy tub roast.
Yeah. So there was a surplus in pencils.
Yeah. So she's like, okay, Martian Pete, who's Martin Mull, I can't. That is obviously a step too far, and I don't want to murder you just because I don't want to get dishpan hands. Yeah. And so she starts thinking about other things she can do. Should she use bandages? But we all know the boss is tight-fisted, and the bandage budget
especially
is
with
also
bandages on. Super
bandages are real tight. And then she has a brainwave, which is the best way to make gloves out of nothing at all is to get someone else to do the dishes.
How did she go about finding this? Who and how did she bribe them?
So her automatic door, who has a personality and is played by the voice of Lisa Kudrow.
Oh my God. Is it the door to her bedroom? Is it the door to the surgery?
It's to her apartment that she lives in. Her automatic door, who has a personality and the voice of Lisa Kudrow, is having an affair with a dishwasher in the Space nightclub next door.
Well, he's probably a window washer, a door, it's a glass door, obviously, it's space.
Yeah, exactly.
That makes sense.
At the Heaven nightclub next door, where she went in a previous episode.
And they're open, which means she doesn't mind him scrubbing someone else, like another a dish or something.
So she takes all of the dishes down to their dishwasher.
Oh, very clever.
Yeah.
Resourceful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Using the
it's
set.
The machine.
The set's been built.
Yeah, they've already been in the Heaven nightclub. Like we've established that. It's like one of those nightclubs from 70s cop show in America that seems to be open in the daytime.
Yeah.
Like you pull up in the daytime, but there's a full nightclub happening.
It has an industrial dishwasher, apparently.
Well, they have a lot of dishes at a nightclub.
Yeah.
It's not all sippy cups and
what nightclubs are you going to? Sippy cups.
Well, because they invented them in the future to stop people spilling.
Yes.
Because they decided it was popular in the future to have sippy cups rather than people just sloshing their champagne over the edges of cups.
Yeah.
And it also solved the problem of needing straws, which are killing space dolphins. So it's just better.
But not like by getting stuck, but actually fighting them.
Yeah,
they're the same size, actually. The straws and the dolphins are the same size. And
the same size. Classic. Space dolphins, they're much smaller.
Yeah.
And the
historically,
straws,
they're enemies.
Yeah, and the straws have that kind of short man energy, and they're played by Sylvester Stallone and Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Sylvester Stallone.
John Strawbender.
God, some extra guest stars for the New Year's episode.
Oh, look, it's, they've thrown all the budget out because they've saved budget on gloves so they can spend it on guest stars. Yeah. So that's that. What was that everything? Was that the whole? Was everything.
Story? Yeah, she had to find a way to get around it, and of course, Pencil and. Well, that's the thing. So Heather Locklear, throughout the episode, like, she's struggling to give Pencil a bouncy blowout because of the kiss.
Because of the kiss.
But we don't know why at first. But she's maybe leaving the room to go, come on, like, you can do it. Heather Locklear, discount hairdresser.
And because this is all going backwards, we start with Christine Lahti loading up a dishwasher. And then we work backwards to, like, why is she putting things in the dishwasher in a nightclub? Like... This is the weirdest thing we've ever seen. She's a space surgeon. Yeah. And at the same time, Heather's like, I can't do anything with your hair because you're a pencil.
And also something else.
And another reason the bouncy blowout isn't working. Oh, this is, And so we go backwards.
Yes, I like it.
And when we get to the start, it's the boss telling Christine Lahti, got no budget for pencils.
Yeah. Did you enjoy the air supply?
Don't even. I'm all out of air. I'm lost without you.
I managed to get in there. I was pretty impressed with that.
So can I tell you that there is a great Judge Dredd story set on the moon?
Of course.
Because he's the marshal I love that of the moon for a while.
This show seems insane, and then you start talking about a real thing that's like also the same.
Yeah. And that you have like, you have an oxygen bill the same way as you have a gas bill or an electricity bill. And if you don't pay it, they turn it off.
Well, that's what the boss is worried about. She's read that comic or whatever it is.
She's read that comic, yeah. She's read Judge Dredd on the moon from 1978.
Yeah, well, it's the 90s. She found it in a little op shop somewhere.
Yeah. So, she's... it's a thing. So I totally believe that this is, the air supply is dwindling.
Yeah. So you got to pick. Sometimes you got to make hard decisions. She's the boss.
Make
That's what she does.
Decisions.
And she gave Christine the choice.
I'm so lost without you.
Oh my God.
You are ridiculous.
All right, I think we've covered it off.
That feels like it.
Okay,
yeah.
That means it's time for me to find out the title of next week's episode so I can write even more deliciousness.
I hope I don't forget this one in the next episode because I was completely surprised by making gloves out of nothing at all. I'm all out of gloves. So episode 18 next week. We must be getting to the end of the series because they were usually only up to about 20. Episode 18 is called The Switch.
Oh. Okay.
That's all.
I could use that.
It's the whole episode.
What am I going to switch though?
I think it's going to be. I'm predicting some, some switch hitting on behalf of some hairdressers and pencils, if you know what I mean.
I suppose that could come in. You never know.
Who knows? I don't know. We'll find out next week, I guess.
All right.
Christine Lahti in space.
All right. Well, until then. Bye, Lahti.
Bye, Lahtis.
Help us, Christine. We need your help. That's Dr. Christine. Is that Dr. Christine Lahti? Christine Lahti. Oh my God. Christine Lahti in space. She's in space now. Starring Christine Lahti as Dr. Christine Lahti and Alyssa Milano as Space Nurse. Christine Lahti, will you report to the nurse's station? In space. She has lots of friends and lots of patients, and her boss is also played by Alyssa Milano. So many special guest stars. Daphne Zuniga plays a pencil. Christine Lahti in space. Glitter Plus.